This is Kelly Hill, technology reporter with RCR Wireless News. I'm here today with Austin Ashe of Current by GE, and he's going to give us a few takeaways from his talk here at Smart Cities Week D.C.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. We had a very interesting discussion this morning. Lots of dialogue around Smart Cities 2.0, which is an evolving movement to really unlock the potential of smart city through software and big data applications. We're doing this through deploying what we call our City IQ product onto streetlights. So cities and utilities own some of the most valuable real estate in their city, and by giving them what's equivalent to a smartphone and putting that on their pole, we're actually able to unlock the entire smart city potential and give them a scalable, reliable solution that is very efficient and low cost and very, very easy to scale.
Now we should mention that you guys are doing this in partnership with AT&T, yes?
Absolutely. AT&T and Intel. So we have Intel powered, Intel chips are powering the City IQ platform. AT&T is both our LTE 4G connectivity backhaul, as well as our commercial transaction partner. Okay,
great. And so, I think one of the things that we're seeing today is a lot of talk about trends, a lot of talk about, everything from connected vehicles to, how to make the best use of sensor data in cities. What trends are you guys seeing, and what, I don't know if you're hearing anything in terms of, what cities are trying to address.
Yeah. Cities have an extraordinary challenge in front of them. They have to address a growing population with fewer and fewer resources. And the only way they know how to do this today is with point source solutions. And it's things around parking efficiency, transportation, autonomous cars, public safety, economic development, and the need for them to continue to deliver those capabilities for both an operations perspective and a citizen perspective is accelerating. And so what we see is an opportunity to give them a flexible platform that allows them to address all of those needs. Imagine having something like an app store where you could just literally go and download a gunshot detection app or a pedestrian safety app or a smart parking app. You can do that with this solution that AT&T and GE have brought to market. And so by accelerating the deployment of these technologies, we're actually enabling cities to become smarter, faster, and in a way that's not really been cost effective to them in the past. So we're giving them a really interesting opportunity.
And I think it's interesting that you say this platform approach as opposed to, I'm going to go figure out, a gunshot detection solution, or I'm going to go figure out, a smart meter or a smart lighting solution. And, piece by piece, which I think has been some of what we've seen in early development, as opposed to sort of this platform approach.
Yeah, the thing about a platform is that you don't necessarily have to solve 100% of every single one of your challenges. If you were to do that, you would be spending months and months through procurement processes, through technology evaluations, through pilots. And so by having the platform, a city can test a use case with an application in about 2 weeks. They can evolve it from there, or they can start over from scratch. They don't have to buy another piece of hardware. They don't have to get another license. They don't have to figure out the connectivity. They don't have to do another RFP. They can play with this. It's extremely flexible to allow them to iterate and identify the things that they want to actually go deeper down. And what's even more interesting about the platform approach is that with an ecosystem of application providers that are already out there, these application providers are leveraging this sensor data to help drive some interesting outcomes and benefits, but the cities are also opening this data up to the broader community, like high school students and universities and entrepreneurs and incubators, software incubators that are building solutions. The cities are actually challenging them to come up with some ideas to help them build the apps. And so with a platform approach, you can easily navigate the landscape of finding the solution you want and acquire it from a from a professional or even from a student.
Oh, interesting stuff. What's something that you've seen here today at the show so far that you've thought was interesting, or sort of indicative of the state of smart cities at this point?
I think what's really interesting is the notion of IoT and smart cities has always kind of been an idea, but now it's coming to life. And it's incredible how many people are thinking about IoT from an infrastructure perspective. Because with IoT, we often think about watches and phones and mobile devices. But IoT is for cities to unlock the true potential. It's really an infrastructure play, and that's one of the more interesting things that have been clarified by the competition that's out here, the other vendors, as well as the city and the city speakers and the congressmen and senator folks that came earlier and talked about their initiative to fund this type of infrastructure over time. In fact, there was a bill announced on Monday for $220 million per year for specifically smart city infrastructure.
Wow. Okay. Great. Well, Austin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.